Hey, howdy, hey, Johanna. Happy Disney Night Live night. It's Saturday, August 9th. It's 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to be live. Well, we are live right now, but we're going to be coming to you in a couple of minutes. I'm going to step away and do our show shares, and we'll get right into our Disney Night Live show. I'm going to be joined by Mike and Becky, the Disney duo, my co-hosts and friends. Just want to talk real quick, though, before we do that, about our friends at D Magic World. Being our sponsor, dmagicworld.com. Let's get rid of these banners so you can see dmagicworld.com. There we go. dmagicworld.com is a 24/7 streaming Disney music station, bringing you two different stations, the Disney movie music as well as the Disney parks music. So great music, great atmospheric music. You can make a request if you want to hear something on that park side. Just get in touch with dmagicworld.com. They'll make sure that they get it on there. And as always, we want you to check out our Disney Night Live podcast. Please check that out. It's available wherever podcasts are available to download, listen, subscribe, like, and comment. And if you need a travel advisor, I am a travel advisor with Travelmation, a great organization, a great agency. And if you need somebody specializing in Disney destinations or Disney cruises, I'm your person, DavidPicciano at travelmation.net. So don't go anywhere. Give me a couple minutes and we will be right back with the rest of our live stream, Disney Night Live. And we are back. Hello and welcome to Disney Night Live. Once again, it is Saturday, August 9th, and I've got half the Disney duo. I've got Mike here with me.
She's just turning on the fan. That's all.
Hello, there she is. There's the rest of the Disney duo. No problem. Hello, Mike and Becky, and Hello to everybody tuning
Hello.
in. Thank you for
Hello.
joining us. Hello, Lily. Long time no chat. Sorry about that. I've been kind of busy and have a lot going on, and my words are all jumbled tonight. I've had a lot of issues recently. The Piccianos have with certain things, so it's good to be back live and doing what we like to do. So it's good to see Lily in the chat. I forgot to share us to one spot. So let's do that. Let's go and do that. How's everything going, Disney Duo? What's happening, man? You guys have been probably more up on Disney news than I have. Is there anything Disney news wise standing out?
Not that I can think of off the top. I mean, they just released all the merch for the Mickey's Not So Scary
Right.
Halloween party, so that's exciting because that's going to kick off, I believe, on the 14th. I think it's either the 14th or the 22nd. I can't remember.
Like soon.
Yeah,
Very soon.
They released all that, the merch and the like new snacks and the sipper cups and popcorn buckets. I'm super excited about that. This will be our first year doing that. So.
Right. Yeah, you guys are going to be attending, so that's great.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you know what? We haven't even had a chance to do like the Halloween foodie guide, like stuff we usually do, you know. So maybe next Saturday we'll do that as the topic, because all the Christmas stuff has been announced and Halloween and all that, and I'm kind of like behind. So again, I apologize. I mean, this is just going way back to like my birthday, June 19th. Kim's back going out, and then our son had a procedure. And then we had a really bad storm that took out our power at home. Then we were away at Disney. So I didn't do a live show. I did some live streams. And then last weekend, internet connection just wasn't in our favor. So, but we're back here and we're happy to do that and dive right into some fun things. So, I did want to just remind everybody again, although I did it up front, to please check out our friends at Team Magic World. They really do an awesome job, and I'm sure they would appreciate everybody tuning into their stations and enjoying the Disney music. They do a great job with it, so you won't be disappointed. Yeah, and I haven't put out a podcast because we haven't really had a live show recently. So the last podcast I put out was, I think, right before I went on vacation. So, but check it out. I mean, all of our live shows are up as an audio podcast, Disney Night Live, wherever you can catch them. So do that.
We're on YouTube as well. If you guys are more visual learners,
right? If you want, yeah, no, that's great. Thanks for reminding. Yeah, if you want to tune back into the episodes, the previous episodes, and not just watching them live, I'm the visual kind of learner, so I'd like to take it in instead of an audio. But yeah, so all of our videos are there. A lot easier to find than going back into Now That's Disney, our Facebook group, and searching for them.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, Lily, yes, it's all good. It's all good now. Knock on wood. Things have just been. Oh, and then we'll talk about that because more stuff happened, but we were in Disney when it happened. So
Rowan will be having a procedure next week too, so we'll have to talk about that, David, and see what we can do for moving things around.
Yeah. Well, what's Rowan doing?
Well, it started out with him getting his wisdom teeth, but he's got some more issues with his jaw. They're going to have to do a small procedure on his jaw, so it's going to turn into more than just wisdom teeth, unfortunately. Right. We're just hoping and praying that the doctor said it could take up to 3 weeks for him to be fully healed and fully. Wow. They have to they're going to numb him from his jaw, all his jaw completely down for 3 weeks. Wow. He's going to have problems. So
that's a lot going on.
It is, and I'm nervous about it because of Disney is in about 3.5 weeks. So we're like, yee, this will be fun. Hopefully, he won't have any issues on the plane or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, hopefully everything goes well and he's all healed up for all of that fun that's ahead of you guys. Let's see.
Yeah.
I feel for you. I used a wheelchair one day in my trip in June. My knee was a major issue on that trip. Yeah, so many different things can happen, I guess, leading up to any vacation or, your Disney trip in this case, or on it, or in life in general. So things are always happening. But yeah, I mean, last weekend we were supposed to talk with our other co-host Jim, who was also at Walt Disney World the week before we were, and I wanted to get his perspective on, because him and his family attended Moonlight Magic at Epcot. But that just didn't work out last weekend. So we could talk about the trip that Kim and I had in Colton, which was July 19th through July 25th. That was a Saturday. July 19th was Saturday. So we got out. Thank goodness our flight out of Newark. Hi, Kim. Our flight out of Newark. Everything was on time, like departing and getting to Orlando, which is always great to start your trip off. No delays, good weather in both areas, where you're flying out or where you're flying into, and just no issues at the airport. And a good experience with TSA again, with getting assistance and going through security with the sunflower lanyard. So if you if you're interested, ask at the airport. They have kiosks if they have that at your airport. But the sunflower lanyard helps people with disabilities and helps TSA recognize those with disabilities and gives them special assistance. So but leaving Newark was great, and we got into Orlando and took an Uber from MCO to where we stayed, which was Bay Lake Tower. And I don't know, have you guys ever Ubered, or you
That's all we ever do is Uber.
We do it every time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, the price was really reasonable versus. Is it nice to get these car services? Yeah, because the car is really nice and they come to meet you at the airport with your name. But it's really expensive now. I mean, it's hundreds of dollars these car services are charging versus Uber X, which is the bigger vehicle. It's like $60. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With a tip.
You can't beat it.
No, you can't beat it. It's the three of us, 3 full-size suitcases, 2 carry-on, personal item each, and everybody's comfortable in the car. So that worked out well, and got to Bay Lake Tower and checked in and let the fun start. So we were happy that all the rooms open at Bay Lake right now are refurbished rooms. They're still working on some of the rooms, but I didn't know that. I thought they still had some of the older ones open, but I guess what they did was now that they only have a little bit of the resort left that they're refurbing, every room that is open is a refurb room. So, which I was excited about. So the room was really done nice. We had a really nice view. If you've ever been to or stayed at Bay Lake, our room was on the side that the walkway between Bay Lake and Contemporary was, and we had a really good shot of the marina and the lagoon and the Contemporary pool. It was kind of like quiet over there, and really just a really nice view, something different that we've never had there before. So that was good. Checked in and looked in the room. The room was just really cute, well done. With now the Murphy pull down bed instead of a pull out couch. I'm glad Disney's getting rid of those, right? I mean, I haven't slept on one in a while, but when we go to a Disney resort, that's where Colton, that's where he sleeps. And those pull-out couches aren't as comfortable as these drop-down Murphy beds are. So I wouldn't want to sleep on a pull-out couch at my age.
No,
me either.
Me either.
With those bars poking you in the ribs, no thanks.
Rowan gets it every year. I feel bad for him. Hopefully, now that Animal Kingdom's on their refurbishment, so hopefully, because that's our home resort, we go there more often. He'll be able to have an actual bed instead of the pull-out couch.
It's so much more comfortable, and they're cute, you know, because they're themed. And when you pull down the bed, wait, what was inside of Colton's bed?
Fireworks.
Oh yeah, fireworks. Thanks, Kim. Kim's right there. So they kind of did a newer style. It's not Mary Blair artwork, but the artist who did it drew inspiration from Mary Blair's artwork. And so it's really nice. Like the wallpaper behind the TV actually has the 5-legged Mary Blair goat that you could see in the contemporary on that column. Yeah, so when you pull down the Murphy bed, it was really cute with fireworks, but Mary Blair style, and all the artwork in there is either kind of that Mary Blair feel, or there were pictures of not Walt, but Roy and the Imagineers who really carried out Walt Disney World after Walt passed. So it's like an homage to Walt, but really Roy who saw that through with, you know, that League of Legends that they worked with, you know, and it's got Roy walking like by a monorail piece on a crane with some of the trying to remember his Frank something, I can't remember his last name, but he was, you know, integral in helping after Walt passed to carry out that whole plan, as so many were. But yeah, so the room was really done nice. You know, they don't do carpet anymore in the rooms. It's all hardwood floor. Lots of places to charge your devices. Nice Keurig coffee machine with the pod and the coffee pot. So you have the choice what you want to do, which I love, because I want to have that option to make a cup or make a pot. Like I can make a pot in the morning, but then later on, if I'm heading to the park and I want a cup of coffee, maybe I'll just make a pod, you know? So.
Now, did they still have the kitchenette area the same, or did that get like moved around? You know how the old ones were like almost like a little bit of a galley kitchen?
Yes. They do. Yeah. And I don't know if it's me that's frozen or you guys are frozen a little bit. I can see you moving and I can hear you, but it's a little frozen. So I'm sure it'll straighten up soon.
Yeah, you've been going in and out a little bit for us, but I don't know. Like, I wasn't sure if it was us or you guys.
Oh, no. If anybody watching can let me know if you see any issues on your end. But they have that kitchen galley still. And the only, so they redid it, but everything's kind of set up the same, but with all new cabinetry and stuff. Really good sized refrigerator. The coffee maker's in there. The only thing I will say is there used to be a mirror in there where the coffee maker is and was. They took that mirror down, and that's where Kim used to do like her hair and makeup, you know. So she did. Getting some comments here. Bob Suzanne Cara says, hey, y'all, the 5-legged goat was on the treasure hunt list before the Pirates and Pals firework cruise. Sure missed that. Yeah. Lily says, I'm not having a problem, David, but Mike and Becky are freezing some. Yeah.
So yeah. It's on our end?
Yeah, that's what Lily is saying. But I can still see you guys, but you're a little foggy. So it's kind of like
better? Is it better now?
It just got a little clearer, yeah.
Okay, because you're coming through a lot more clear.
You're coming through much clearer for us too, so maybe get cleaned up.
Yeah. Lily says we have a September trip this year. I'm always concerned about hurricane. Yeah, I know that too. Hurricane. You don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, that's on our minds
Lily,
as well.
when are you going? Right. We're going in September as well.
Thanks, Lily. Yeah, Lily, let us know if the timing of you being out there when the Disney duo and family are there. Yeah, Kim says the only thing that they used to have was, and that kitchenette was a mirror. So she bought like one on Amazon that like charges USB and has a light, and she was, doing her makeup that way. But that mirror used to be a really good place for her to go do that. So I would say that was the only downfall. Yeah. Sorry about that.
I see them.
Okay, good.
Thanks, Dan.
Sorry. Got a lot of noise going on here.
We thought that was
We
us.
thought we froze.
I was
again.
like,
We're
oh no,
no.
again?
It's Colton talking. Lily says September 6th through the 13th.
Okay, we're going the 7th to the 14th. So we'll be down
Sweet.
You
there.
guys are gonna be there together. Possibly a little meet and greet with the famous
That's
Lily
awesome.
Johns. Yeah.
Sweet. We'd love to.
Yeah.
We'd love to meet up with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, everything else in there was nice. The bathroom was done nice. The shower has that double, has the big, shower head, but then also has the pull out handle thing. So they did a great job on the refurb. I thought, it was really nice. And it's definitely Colton's favorite resort, and mainly because he loves Contempo Cafe. It's his favorite basically place to go and have breakfast every morning. So I think almost every single morning but one we had breakfast at Contempo Cafe, and he gets the same thing every time. It's the platter,
So the stimulation in contemporary doesn't bother Colton?
No, not at all.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
And because there's so much
hustle and
going
bustle
on.
there.
It
There's a lot going
is.
on there.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a good question too, because you're backed up to Chef Mickey's. And you've got the monorail going by, and you've got some music playing, and then you've got the whole party thing going on in Chef Mickey's. And then all the people going in and out.
There.
Yeah, right. So
yeah,
it's
there's
a lot
of traffic.
Yeah.
No,
A lot of people
he
running
didn't.
around.
He was fine in that. Yeah.
That's
there we
awesome.
go. Yeah. And another cool thing was, so again, if you're new to the show or to us, and I'm just checking out Instagram and the Facebook feed, Bay Lake Tower is connected with the Sky Bridge to Contemporary, and so we made sure, he's got a great memory. He knows the room number, and it gave us an opportunity to allow him to go into the arcade at Contemporary, and for Kim and I to either go into one of the stores while he was doing that, or be back at the room and have him come back, and know where that was. So it's kind of it's pretty convenient location, and he really enjoyed it. He enjoyed the arcade a lot, and the stores. He's popping in and out of the stores. And I was back in the room one night, and he FaceTimed me, and he's like, "Look at this!" And he's got his phone inside of a bag, and it's giant. It's a giant Mickey chocolate chip cookie, and he's like, "I just bought this." He was all excited. So, it's good
to see them starting to get a little bit independent.
Yeah, that's what Becky just said. Right, exactly. Yeah, we felt safe with him doing it, and Becky, like Kim just said the same thing. She's standing over here, and she's like, "It's nice to see them have some of that independence, right? And because they want that independence."
Yeah,
sure.
You
gotta cut the leash once in a while. Cut the aprons, strings, or whatever they call it.
Yeah, and it's not always easy, but yeah, we had him. Like after breakfast, we were like, "Okay, we're going back to the room. Show us exactly, how, you do that." And he has all that. So, but yeah, the stores are great, and the Contemporary, is awesome. I was chatting with some of the workers at the pool, because they're going to be refurbishing after all the rooms are done. They're going to be refurbishing the entire Bay Lake Tower pool or pool area. They said there's very little details right now that were given to them. But they do know it's going to be like a 4 or 5 month shutdown of the pool.
Okay.
So they don't know if they're just going to drain it, resurface the pool. They don't know if they're going to redo the whole pool. They don't know if that includes the areas around the pool and the bar. But they said they do know it's going to be starting in January. One person said November, but others said January to like April, May-ish. So,
okay.
If you're planning a trip to Walt Disney World and you're going to be staying at Bay Lake Tower, please be aware that towards the end of this year or beginning of 2026, that the pool will be down for an extended period of time. So, and the pool's great and the slide is fun, but it definitely needs a redo. Like everything that's around for a while, it gets old and it needs some help. So, but yeah, that's basically the resort and our travel day. And that night we had dinner at Steakhouse 71. So we went to the pool, after we settled into the room and unpacked a bit and then came back, got ready and went to dinner, Steakhouse 71, which it was a really good experience. It was, I think, the best meal I think I've had, like, going there. Not that the other ones were bad, but everything was really good. Like the appetizers were good. The meal was good. Colton is getting more adventurous with his appetite. So we ordered crab cakes for appetizer and he gobbled those up. And I got the Steakhouse 71, that special burger they have, which has like pork belly on it. And it's so much, like a lot of flavors going on.
Yeah.
So that was good. Yeah. So if you're staying at Contemporary or Bay Lake or you're visiting Steakhouse 71, Kim said she had a chicken dish and it was really good. Yeah. Yeah. Everything was like delicious. Waiter was great. Really good service. But yeah, you should check out Steakhouse 71, whether you're going to the lounge or sitting in the restaurant. But yeah, and it was a shorter trip, so we only did 4 park days. We hit up Hollywood Studios on the 20th, our first full day there. I also the gym. If you're staying at Bay Lake, there's a gym, but it's in the Contemporary. If you walk over or go over to Contemporary, I think you're on the 4th floor. You can go down to the 3rd floor and find the gym. So I did that some morning. So there is a gym there that both resorts share. Let's see. Yeah, so Hollywood Studios on the 20th, went to Hollywood. Well, maybe let's talk about July and heat, right? So summer in Florida it could be just as hot as it is, like, we're in New Jersey, you guys in PA. It could be that hot, but it's not we're not going to feel humidity like they feel, right? So it's a different heat. So we were, getting up, doing breakfast, pool, then parks, and not hitting the parks and, from open to close, and beating the heat and making sure that our reservations for things were kind of, planned in a nice order. And so you might be in the heat, but then you're on an attraction indoors or you're eating indoors, right? So you're breaking up that time that you're in the sun. So I know that kind of sounds simple when you do it, but some people, I think if you're newer to Disney and you're booking like lightning lanes, maybe you're not thinking about where they are or time with reservations or how much walking or exposure to the sun you're doing. So,
sure. Makes sense.
Yeah. And it was kind of funny because we talked about the trip leading up to the trip and all the plans. And then we're having dinner at Steakhouse 71 the night before. And Kim's like, so what do we got planned for Hollywood Studios? And I'm like, I have nothing planned. I told you before we left, I only got multi-pass for your birthday, which is Magic Kingdom on the 22nd. And she's like, what are we going to do? And I'm like, we're just going to wait in line with everyone else.
Just got to wing it,
Yeah. She's like, oh. And I'm like, do you want me to get the multi-pass? Yeah. She's like, yeah, I think we should get multi-pass. So I went online, of course, got the multi-pass and just started trying to book some things, whatever was available. She says, basically, if you go in July, you need to plan your trip around the heat. It's like the surface of the sun hit you. Yeah, and you truly need to plan. So I did that night at Steakhouse 71, and later on in bed that night, we kind of like did some multi-passes and got that and kind of like had a plan now with the DAS that we were able to get for Colton and the multi-passes. And I got to be honest, I never experienced the newer systems, right? The lightning lanes. I think I did Genie one time, and I've used like the free fast passes. But aside from that, I've never really paid for like individual rides or anything. So I thought that the purchasing on the My Disney Experience app it couldn't be easier. I had it tied right to my phone, Apple device, right on my card. Paid for it. It's instant. You go in and you can book your attractions. Kim says if you go to the park late, like later afternoon, plan to get on some cool rides and then dinner in the park in AC, so you only have shorter moments in the sun. Right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I just found using the multi-pass system was easy. I did not use the single lightning lanes, and of course we didn't get the premier pass because I'm not that bougie.
Neither we.
No, it's very expensive.
It is.
But I know what people say, like they're Disney's nickel and diming people, but it was like, okay, it was like $22 per person at Hollywood Studios. And I get that it's an added cost, but a lot of theme parks charge for this, and a lot of theme parks charge more. So I think the value to the dollar is pretty good because you get to book 3 attractions up front, right? You get to pick a couple from one category and then one from another category. But as soon as you use one, now you can pick from any of those except for the one special attraction or 2 attractions that they have in the parks, right? So for Hollywood Studios, that's Rise of the Resistance, which we were able to use Colton's DAS for. So I like multi-pass, other than having to pay for it. If that would be the only drawback. But if you're going to pay for it, how to use it, using it, very, very convenient, very easy. Good system. Rides come up, and I always think of Molly from Mammoth Club, where she says you've got to, she calls it, instead of refreshing, she calls it fiddle faddle. You got to fiddle faddle, right? So I kept fiddle faddling, like Molly says, and pulling down that screen, and they do come up. So maybe if you're looking for a time or an attraction, it's not coming up, just keep doing that. Just, take that advice and, it'll pop up. Maybe not a time that you want, but they'll pop up. Lily says when we go to our kids and grandkids, we do multi-pass. Lightning name, just my husband and I, we just stand in line. Yeah, it is easy to use. Right. Yeah. I just never using it. I was like, okay, this is going to suck. Is it going to be, complicated? But I didn't feel you're on your phone and you're planning, but I felt that it was just better than the old Genie system. I thought that was a little more cumbersome. So, yeah. My daughter-in-law does the planning of the passes. I'm the planning of the passes. That's me. Every family has one. Mike points to Becky.
I'm just along for the ride, When she plans, she's like, do you want to go to this restaurant on this day? Do you want to go to this restaurant on that day? And I just say, sure.
That's it.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I always ask, for any requests.
Doesn't matter to me.
Do they want to go anywhere in specific? And I try to make that happen.
And I only have one request for food. And you know what that is.
Buy cookies.
Yes.
It's gotta be Gideon's. Yeah. Definitely. God bless you, Kim. Kim says there were some pretty low times. Yeah, there were. And we could, I guess, talk about that park by park. I thought that surprisingly, Animal Kingdom had decent wait times and a decent crowd versus Hollywood Studios and Epcot. Magic Kingdom was kind of standard with some lower than what we experienced in spring break wait times, right?
That's crazy at that time of the year.
Yeah, it's nuts. So I thought Magic Kingdom was kind of like, although the line, it may have been a decent line for some, I was kind of like, oh, it's not like what it normally is for us. So, Animal Kingdom was our last park, and we can talk about that. But I was pretty shocked at the crowd. There was a lot of people at Animal Kingdom. So and times were pretty decent for the wait times. But Hollywood Studios, I felt that you know, some of the things were just not. I think it's my expectation of going at spring break and seeing really long wait times. So, but the multi-pass definitely helps you get a lot done. And we did meet up with our friend Big Fat Panda, John Sakari, from BigFatPanda.com, which was great. We had dinner at the Hollywood Brown Derby, and again, food was really good. I can tell you what I got, which was the root beer brined pork chop. Delicious, so good, so tender. And as always, the grapefruit cake, which John had never tried. Panda never tried it. And he had a bite or two, and he was like, surprisingly good. He's like, I would never think that grapefruit cake would be good. But yeah. And then got a phone call from my mother-in-law, who was watching our pets in our house, to let us know that our air conditioner unit crapped out. Which kind of put a damper on the plans, and then some time on the phone. And by that time was done and Panda left, we rushed over to Galaxy's Edge to do Rise and Smuggler's Run, but couldn't do anything else because Kim's travel agent really screwed up on the time and thought the park was open till 10 and it was only open till 9. So we didn't get to do Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway or even get down to Sunset Boulevard to see like Tower or any of that. So yeah, I don't know what happened. I thought the park was open till 10 and we headed over to Galaxy's Edge and did those rides and everything was getting packed up. And I'm like, man, they're closing Galaxy's Edge early. Everybody's like exiting and leaving, and they're like, everyone's got to go through Toy Story Land, and like, you know, and I'm like, what's going on? I looked at a cast member, like, park's closing, you know, what? So, yeah, I guess if it, you know, for my one planning faux pas on this trip, I thought the park was open an hour later, but we still got to do Toy Story Mania and Slinky Dog, which Kim sat out because of her back, and you know, the other rides that we really like, and had a really good meal. So, and saw John, which is always great. So yeah, that was Hollywood Studios, which was the 20th, 21st, Epcot, same thing, breakfast in the morning, pool, and then hit up Epcot, which, what did we, oh, our friend Adam Waite met up with us. I don't know if you guys know Adam, but Adam is a cast member over at Caribbean Beach Resort. He works concierge over there and always meets up with us. And he was just like, where are you going tomorrow? I'm like, Epcot. He's like, I'll meet you there. So that was great to see our friend Adam Waite, who's a huge Bills fan. Huge.
Were you telling us that before?
Yeah, that's Adam. Yeah.
Go Bills.
He's Bills Mafia.
Me too.
100%. So, and oh yeah, always great to see him. We actually met him through Panda, and yeah, so we did Epcot, and you know, did all of the fun stuff at Epcot, and I'm trying to think, I think I did get multi-pass for Epcot as well, because I got so excited by my experience at Hollywood Studios. I got greedy, you know. So I was like, let me see what multi-pass is all about at Epcot now, and did it. And it was even cheaper than Hollywood Studios, I think. I mean, it was like, you know.
Yeah,
so,
Epcot usually is cheaper than Hollywood. It's usually in like succession. It goes Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and then Animal Kingdom as far as prices.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I was kind of like, okay, this is even cheaper. I'm going to do it. And it worked out just as good, or not, if not even better. We got a lot done at Epcot, you know, and then later on, well, Adam joined us for dinner. We ate at Via Napoli, which not good. I'm gonna be honest.
No?
It wasn't good. You know, when we were making the plans and I said to Kim,
bueno.
where do you want to try? She was like, no. she's like, we haven't eaten at Via Napoli in years. She's like, we had only eaten there once. She's like, let's have some pizza. Colton loves pizza, and we haven't been there in a while. And I could just say they tried. That's all I could say. And it wasn't like, I'm trying to be nice to food. I'm thinking of Randy from like American Idol, like not good, dog. That's a no for me. We got a couple appetizers. We got the arancini, the rice balls, and we got, I think, fried calamari or something else.
That's one past Tudos, right, in the back.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've had their pizza and it is very good.
No, it was not.
It wasn't?
Did you get it from the window, or you guys went in and ate it?
No, we went in and ate it.
You went in and ate it. Okay. Yeah. Bob, Suzanne, Chris says our daughter did the express pass and the multi-pass this past July. She said on a quick trip, and they were all well worth it. Yeah. If you're going to spend the extra dollars, I'm telling you right now, definitely worth it. And get it. If you're staying on Disney property, you can do it as early as 7 days in advance. If you're off property, 3 days in advance. And I would say get it and do it as soon as your window opens up. And I know people say, well, I don't want to have a vacation where I have to plan. But guess what, kids? Disney is about planning some of it. Because if not, you're gonna be sitting on a park bench with a deflated balloon and a finger up your nose. Right.
Yeah.
And a deflated ego.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the fried calamari was just not good, and the rice balls, when you cut into them, something poured out of it, and I don't think it was cheese. And Kim was like,
that would make me super sad because I
like
love
rancid.
me some rice balls.
She loves them. Yeah.
like a good rice ball, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And it should be good. Whatever was in there, like the cheese wasn't, it came out like lava, and didn't smell good. It didn't taste good. And so since there was the four of us, and we got personal pizzas. So Colton got a pepperoni, which he had some of. He didn't say it was good or bad, but Kim, myself, and Adam tried 3 different pizzas. So it wasn't like, oh, it was one pizza and it wasn't good. None of them were good for us. Adam lives by himself. He's a bachelor. We were like, you take the food home. So yeah. Because he loves to eat, and he did, and I think he enjoyed it more than me. But Kim and I afterwards were just talking about it. We're like,
yeah,
none of it was good.
That's a shame too. I know.
Yeah.
I didn't like it when we were there either. When we had ours,
we
had chicken parm. Some of us ordered pizza, and some of us ordered chicken parm. And the chicken parm wasn't bad. It wasn't my favorite, but it was
right.
Okay, it was decent. I could eat it, but I tried the pizza and I was like, ugh, this is not.
Tudos is so much better.
Although we have never had pizza at Tudos, so we can't say
that's true
on that.
But the food there is good.
Yeah, the food there is delicious.
Yeah.
If you walk by Tudos to go to Vienna, is that Via Napoli?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just stop at Tudos and skip Via Napoli.
Right. Yeah, I would say do the same.
You're walking right by the better of the two.
Yeah. If you want more authentic Italian food, Tudos Italia is going to give that environment and the food.
I love it there.
Via Napoli is like, it's not even like, I don't know what they were going for. Because I don't feel like I'm anywhere in Italy in Via Napoli other than the pizza ovens, which are cool.
Yeah, those were neat looking, but
they're neat looking, right? But the food that's coming out of it.
Yeah.
We got truffle pizza. We got like a white pizza with artichokes and something else. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. I could just say it wasn't good. Anyway, and then Adam left, and then we went back in and we did the ratatouille because we love that. The Piccianos can't get enough ratatouille.
I was gonna ask if you got on it.
Got to do the Tuies. We did not stay for Illuminations again. So I guess we were all tired, and I lost the battle on that. I was willing to stay, but we took a vote and we left, but we were all happy with it. It wasn't like a really sad decision. So that was Epcot. And then so that was the 21st. And then the next day was the Princess's Day. It was Kim's birthday, the 22nd, which we did again, did breakfast. We did some pool, we did some chilling. Now is that the day we went? No, I don't know if that's the day we went. No, it wasn't. No, we went to, you know what we did? We didn't do Contempo Cafe that day. That was the one day we did it. We went to Magic Kingdom early, got the multi-pass, and we did some rides, and we got some good stuff done in the morning. We were there for a couple hours, and then went back and swam, and then headed back to Magic Kingdom at night. I thought the wait times at Magic Kingdom were good, like throughout the day. Okay. And but when we got back, we rode Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and stuff, and then the line was where the crowd was already starting to fill up for Disney Starlight, the new nighttime parade, which had only debuted like soft opening a couple days before we were there. So I think a lot of people like us who follow Disney knew what it was. Some people were just lining up because I think they thought they had to start lining up for Happily Ever After at 10. So Disney Starlight is at 9 and 11, sandwiched in between Happily Ever After. And so there's 2 times for the parade right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I would check that, as you continue, people that are going on their trips, see if there's still 2 times. They might change it to 1. Who knows what they're going to do? But
I'm kind of bummed we're going to not see it because we are only going to Magic Kingdom 1 time, and it's for Mickey's Not So Scary, so they're going to close the park early, obviously, that day and not do
the parade.
Yeah, so I'm like, I wanted to see it, but
don't they do a Halloween parade?
Yeah, of course. I'll get the special Halloween one from Mickey's Not Scary, but that's
Yeah. No, this was we started lining up about 7:30, and the crowds were definitely packing in for the parade. So, and we had heard a couple of comments that it wasn't good. It was like a failure. It was like this and that. And so, it was funny too, because we were kind of like in the circle, the circle before the street, then the castle. They're making announcements that soon Starlight's going, how they do it, the parade's going to start. And there's a family there. I don't know where they were from, but I don't think they even knew why they were standing there. And they're staring at the castle, and the lights dim in the park for the parade, and they're still standing at the castle. And everybody's turned to Main Street, and now the parade has started, and the first float is coming down, and the family's still staring at the castle going, oh. And I think they thought that was Happily Ever After.
Oh, no.
And I looked at the dad. I go, turn around. And he goes, what? I go, turn around. And he turns around.
That way.
Yeah. And he sees the float coming down Main Street, and he tells the family, and they turn around and go, oh. I was like,
sometimes you gotta help people.
You gotta help out some people.
You know what I mean?
I think they thought Happily Ever After was just dim lights in the park and like some colors on the castle.
On the castle. Oh,
that would have been so disappointing for that family if that's all it was. But no, they saw the parade.
Maybe they thought the lights were amazing.
They could have never seen lights before. You know what I mean? Like,
I've walked in the park and just been,
pretty awestruck, right?
Like, this is all I need. You know what I mean?
That's
I
all
just
you
walk
need.
right to the thing where Walton is sitting at that thing on the park bench, and you're looking down and you see the castle, and sometimes that's all I need.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you do need sometimes, yeah. But I think where you're going. I don't think they knew they were in for it. So they could have used a travel agent, I'm sure.
For sure.
But the parade was great.
You could, hand them out everywhere you go.
I know. I'd probably get escorted out of the property. Yeah. But we really enjoy the parade. I gotta tell you, man, that was.
Well, it's
not the Main Street Electrical Parade.
Oh, that's so cool.
Right. Yeah, we were like, it wasn't crazy long, but it wasn't short. and it moves kind of slow. So you get a really good chance to look at the floats, and each float, of course, not just themed with different characters, but although there's a constant beat to the parade, a repetitive like song beat, each float has music playing kind of intertwined with that beat, right? So it was really cute. And I mean, the lights are great. It was Disney Starlight. I can't give it a bad grade. I have to say we really enjoyed it. Kim enjoyed it. We were really close to the characters on the floats where we were standing, and they're coming through. And they're, there's street performers in between floats and stuff, and they have lights on them and like different, costumes and stuff. So I would say it's definitely worth the time to take and sit there and watch. So
that's cool.
Yeah. Filling in the street performers fill in that dead space between the floats, so it kind of feels like it's all one thing. It's more
right.
Cohesive.
Yeah, I mean, and I would say that if you're going to stay at Magic Kingdom later, then maybe do the 11 o'clock parade. So do Happily Ever After, and then do that parade. Maybe that'll be less crowded than the 9 o'clock parade. But we also had Kim's birthday dinner was at Grand Floridian Cafe, which
sweet,
as always, really good. We've eaten there like 4 times now and have not had anything bad. I ordered a cake through Disney, a chocolate dome cake, Mickey shaped cake, $39. I think it feeds like 6 people. You probably could have fed like small slices more than that. So we each had a piece. That was our dessert instead of buying dessert, and saying happy birthday. And then there was a family behind us with 2 kids. And, we told them, we was like, we didn't eat off the cake. We used clean utensil to cut it and everything. Do you guys want it? They're like, yeah, we'll take it. So they took the cake. So we're glad we can, we could
That's
not
cool.
just,
I love doing stuff like that.
Yeah. It didn't have to get thrown out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. That's part of my like spiel every time we go. I'm always giving away either the food that I had bought from, Instacart or whatever that I have left over.
Yeah.
And we always buy
cases of water.
Yeah, but like we always buy the resort mugs because we like the experience of the resort mugs.
Right.
But we have so many at home. We do not need them. So
we don't. For
the last like 3 or 4 trips, we use them for the week, and Disney always lets them. You have like an extended week. Sorry.
Right.
From that they're still usable, but you can still use them. And so on our checkout day, we always give our mugs to a family that's checking it. We go into where, you come in to check in, and we wait and we look for people who are just checking in. We walk around, we always go, are you guys just checking in? And then if they say, yeah, we usually give them like either a popcorn bucket and our mugs, whatever that is refillable. And it's like, it's good for the, the whole entire trip.
We wash them. We take the lids apart.
Yeah.
They could go if they want to use them, if they want to rewash it, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's free.
So
so cool. People always are like, oh my God, are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because they're like $20.
We don't want to take it back on the plane,
Yeah.
Right.
And but I love doing stuff like that because it's just like little stuff that if it would happen to me, I would be like, that would make my whole day.
Right. Yeah.
So I like trying to do things like that.
What are we gonna do with that? I don't want to see it go to waste. And it was a couple with 2 little kids, and we're like, we didn't. Nobody, we had a clean thing to cut it and use clean utensils to put on the plate. Because me, with my OCD, I would have, you know what I mean? Like if I would have eaten from the cake or used the fork that I had already eaten with, I would have never even gave it to them. But Bob, Suzanne, Kara says that's awesome. That cake is wonderful. The cake was really good. And again, it's $39. The cake's not huge, but the cake was good, and it was. It was $39. It's not a crazy amount for.
I was just going to say
special occasion.
It's not bad. It's not bad for Disney. You know what I mean?
No. If you go into some sort of place,
individual cakes, you probably would have spent just like that, if not more.
Yeah, I think individual desserts.
More than that.
Yeah, bakery for a cake, or even like a Wegmans. But yeah, if we would have got individualized desserts, it would have been a lot of money. That was Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom. Had a great time, did our breakfast at Contempo, did the pool.
I don't know.
Hey, back.
Okay.
Hi, can you see me?
Yeah.
I can, yes. You froze
yeah,
up. We froze on you. I don't know.
Yeah, no, we both froze. Yeah, so we met up with Animal Kingdom Aaron when he was done working because, of course, he's a bird trainer and he's working with the birds there. So we did some rides before and then met up with him. We had a good dinner at Yak and Yeti, which I had the tuna nachos, and I got to tell you, it blew me away.
I love that place.
When people are like, "Oh, you have to try the cheeseburger spring rolls," and try me like, "Oh, they're good, but they're not Everyone says that these ahi tuna nachos are really good. Surpassed anything I ever heard about them. Kim tried some, and I said to Aaron, because Aaron had ordered a tuna dish, and he's like, "Yeah, I like spicy." And then when it came, it was like. He's like, "Wow, that's really spicy." So I was like, "Try some of mine," and he did. He's like, "Oh my god, it's amazing." So I ate.
I've had that also.
Yeah,
I don't know, David.
No, not like that spicy. It's got a lot of flavors going on, but the dish that Aaron got with his, it was like like sashimi almost. So not fully cooked, but the spice they put on it was really bad. And he was hot. He was sweating. But he's like, I was like, "I'm done." And he's like, "I'm gonna just eat the rest of the tuna off of that." There's giant chunks of like really good fresh tuna. So that was delicious. Probably one of the best things I ate the entire trip, and everything other than Via Napoli's experience was good. And then we had one day where we didn't have a park, which was the day before we came home, and we explored. We did the pool and breakfast, but then we explored. Of course, we had to go over to the Polynesian Towers and see the new tower, and visit our old Poly and get a drink. And Colton got a Dole Whip, and the tower is really beautiful. So. Excited.
I can't wait to see that on our trip. We have reservations at Ohana, so for dinner.
Yeah.
And I said we'll go over to the new Poly and check it out a little bit.
Yeah, if you could do it before or after Ohana, definitely check it out. It's really pretty. I am happy to say that our trip next year, spring break, is going to be a split stay between the Poly and the tower. So.
Nice. So you're gonna get.
I actually called yesterday and saw if there was an opening. They said not full at the tower. I said, it would be really fun since it's right there. I said, let's get some of our Poly that we love. And then Kim's like, the tower's really nice. We need to stay in that tower.
Yeah.
So she was really impressed. And everyone there was so nice. And we were like, "Oh, we have dinner at Fort Wilderness. And we're gonna have to go back this way and do this and do that to get to the boat." And they're like, the people outside of the Polynesian Tower are like, "We'll give you a golf cart ride over to Grand Floridian. You can hop on the monorail there." And we were like, "Yeah,
cool.
Totally."
Yeah, they went out of their way. It was really nice for them to do that. Yeah. So we did that, and then we went over to Fort Wilderness for our Hoop-Dee-Doo musical review. The Hoop-Dee-Doo. That was fun. But
did you get to Disney Springs?
We did not.
David, we're gonna have to meet together for a trip and just force you guys to go to Disney Springs.
We were going to do it that day, but we didn't. We did not.
Just take a day and do that.
No.
You don't really need a whole day, but
there's so much
it's
to
free.
Do. Yeah.
There's so much to do, yes. There's
so
a lot
much
to do there too.
We always say we're going to do it, and I thought we were going to do it that day before dinner, and I thought we would do it the day because we were flying out late, and then that was bad too. Well, all right. So a couple things real quick about Fort Wilderness. They are building the Disney's Lakeshore Lodge, which was originally called Reflections. So I just took a photo. So this is it, and you can see, they're building these buildings there, but right in front they have almost like a teepee structure. So I'm thinking like the Polynesian Bungalow or the Wilderness Lodge Cascade Cabins, there will be some sort of very limited cabinish, teepee-ish units here. So yeah, that's you can see the red beams on the top. I think you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6-ish. I'm trying to see from this photo. But there weren't many of them. But so the construction is coming right along here for a Lakeshore Lodge.
I feel like that's going up so much faster than like Poly Tower or any of the other ones. It's so fast. And
no one knows. I can't tell you how many people walking back and forth between Bay Lake and the Contemporary on that breezeway. We're looking at it at the construction, and then Kim's like, here we go again, because of course Howard goes, that's Disney's Lakeshore Lodge. It's going to be a DVC. You know me, I have to tell everybody everything. She's like, how many times do you have to tell people? Because people are like, oh, what is that? I'm like, it's a new DVC resort. It was once called Reflections, and then it went on hold because of COVID, and she was embarrassed.
You have to give them the whole backstory and everything.
I had to give them the story, Mike.
See,
I don't blame you.
Then you definitely should have had your card. You'd be like, and if you have any other questions.
By the way, when it's open, I can help you stay there.
When you know, and other people need to know too. You know what I mean?
But, yeah, because I heard conversations. They're like, oh, what is that? I wonder what that's going to be. I'm like, well, we've got a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Let me fill you in.
Look no further.
Yeah. But I took a picture of that, and we went over to Hoop-de-Doo Review, which that was great. I mean, I've never been there before. Kim went as a kid. We were a little nervous about Colton with the noise and him being noise sensitive. And he did really good up until the very end. And it does, I can tell you, if you have somebody who's sensitive to noise, either be prepared with some sort of earplugs, noise canceling headphones, or maybe not experience it, because it does get loud. I can say that just the performers singing, like, it's really done well. The sound system's good. And the banjo and all the singing and all of the music is kind of loud. So even as an adult without noise issues, it is loud. But, Colton did all the way up to like the very end when it got really loud. And then they give people like washboards and stuff. And we just walked him outside because he just couldn't take it anymore. But the food was really good. I know you guys have been there, and the fried chicken was everything you guys said and more.
Oh yeah.
The ribs are really good, but I don't know what's going on with the ribs because there's a lot of
kind of fatty. They're really fatty.
Cartilage in there.
Yeah, right. Overly fatty, I felt. But
yeah. So I was doing a lot of spitting out of like cartilage. It felt like, but they were flavored nice.
Yeah, I think I still ate about 10 of them, maybe. But then I turned my focus back to the chicken.
I think I ate more ribs than I did chicken because I don't get ribs that often. So I was picking through them. And then I got chosen to be the star of the show and to go up on stage. Because I was wearing my Roosevelt's Finding Nemo shirt. And during the show, Miss Dolly Drew came up and said, oh, I like that shirt. Because she has a really high-pitched voice. And I was like, thanks, it's Finding Nemo. And she's like, I like to find Nemo. Her character was really funny. And then when they started looking for audience members to bring up on stage, she just came up to me and she's like, I was like, oh, God. But I did it. I did it for my family and I did it for the audience. And, if you guys want to, I loaded a video in here. We could play that, and then after that we'll say goodbye. But here it is. It's a minute long.
Tolerate it. Oh, Teddy, that's the last straw. I'm a going. Well, folks, today we kicked the bucket.
Yes.
Nope.
He did too.
No, he just turned a little pale.
Teddy.
Well, folks, on a joke like that, we ought to end the pageant. But we can't. We're bringing out the star of our show, Davy's Angel, the star.
Oh my God.
So let me tell you, that butt wiggle was not my idea. They made me do that. They told me to do that. That was part of the skit.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
They said this is what they were like, you're going to be the star of the show. I'm like, my goodness, what do I have to do? And then they made me put that stuff on. But they were like, you walk out. It's really simple instructions. You blow kisses, you bow, you bend over, and you wiggle you do your, like a butt shake. So, and that's why the guy jumps in and covers it. It's part of the show. But you could hear Kim just going, oh my God. And like Colton's in the background. I don't think you could hear him, but he was like, this is so cringe. I'm so embarrassed. Like, yeah. When I had to go on stage at Hoop Doo Review.
Yes.
You were really embarrassed, right?
Yes, I was.
All right.
You know what? When all of his friends come over, that's when you show them. You show it.
That's for me to go on stage.
Right. No, my God, if they would have asked you to go on stage, but yeah. So that, but the show was great, and everything from the starters to the dessert were really good at Hoop Doo Review. So, and if you like to have a couple beers or some wine, or even if you don't, the price might seem like a lot for Hoop Doo Review per person, but when you look at it for the meal, tip is included, dessert is included. And if you're going to have a couple drinks at dinner, that's included in this total, right? So at the end of the day, like when you're done with like thinking about that, and if you were to eat somebody else or somewhere else at Disney, the price is not that bad at all. So
not at all.
Yeah.
And,
It's almost the same as anywhere else when you add everything together.
Right.
It all washes itself out. So.
Yeah. And if you think about character meals, they're super expensive for characters, and I don't think they're. I mean, I don't think you're getting the same amount of entertainment as you are.
That's
at Hoop-de-Doo.
Right. The show is really cute. It's funny. It's not like we weren't bored. We didn't think it was stupid. We thought that the performers were really good. It's comical. They throw that in there, but I mean, there are some the female actresses were hitting some notes that were like outstanding. There was one guy whose voice was just like so powerful and great. Like, so yeah, it was really well done.
Yeah.
But then, we had a lot of time the next day before we came home. I thought we may have done Disney Springs, and then maybe the person with OCD and anxiety was like, we should probably go to the airport early. Kim's like, can we just go back to the Contemporary store one more time? So we did. And then we went to the airport and got there early, and then our flight was delayed. So we were at the airport for quite some time. No. Yeah, I know. But, it all worked out okay. So no Disney Springs this time. Maybe next time. Maybe in spring break of 2026. maybe not.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm not going to hold my breath.
I'm sorry. You can stay at Disney for 20 days and every day goes by. I don't know about you guys, but why does Disney days go by so quick?
Oh my God, I know. It's so fast. It's like before you know it. Like when we have a half of a pool day planned, we get down there, we get into the, get into the water, we swim for a little bit, get out, get a little food, let's go back in the water. And they're like, oh, we should, what time are we going to go to, say we're going to Disney Springs or something. And we look at our watch, we're like, oh my God, we have to get out of the pool. Like we have to go to Disney. Like where are the hours
we have a
go?
Reservation in an hour and we're 45 minutes away.
Yeah, it's
so
crazy.
Then it's like we have to hustle double time to hurry up, dry off, get dressed.
Yeah,
I don't know why. It's like your days are cut in half there, and it's like so, and you're busy at night too. Like so, I think you're just so much busier than you normally are at home. If people live that busy of a life at home, not at Disney, my God, more power to them, because you're busy and then you're going, and then next thing you know, you go to bed and you wake up and you're going again. So it's like, I think because your end meets your beginning every day so quickly, and I was getting up 6:30. I was going to the gym, so I was up earlier. And, Kim and Colt didn't sleep until 9 or whatever he needed to sleep to. But yeah. But a great trip overall. I mean, I'll tell you, the cast members continue to do an amazing job. You know, all the service for the most part, all the food was really good. Not overly crowded.
Awesome.
And yeah, got to see our friends, Adam, Aaron, John. We did not get to see Don and Marie on this trip, but I'm sure in spring break. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah. And we'll see what happens next week. Hopefully you guys could join. If not, you know, but we'll still I gotta see if I'm gonna do a show next Saturday, where I'm at in my life at that point.
We'll see what we can do. We have, like I said, we have Roland's procedure, so we'll see how he's doing.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll chat during the week, but you know, thank you to everybody tuning in or watching later on or listening later on and commenting and just being a part of our stuff. Sorry we haven't had consistent shows recently, but we will get back on a roll very soon. I'm sure of it. Let's see what we got going on here. Thank you very much, Lily. Thank you. Hopefully you guys can meet up when you're all in Disney together. But until next week, yeah, that would be fun, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be into
let's see. Yeah. Maybe it's at good night, Bob Suzanne Harris. Maybe you guys can meet up at Disney Springs.
You know we'll be there.
Yeah.
We don't miss Disney Springs.
I know. We're like the total opposite. It's so funny. All right. Well, till next weekend, everybody. I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you to Mike and Becky for joining in and being a part of the show with us tonight. And as always, we'll see you guys next Saturday or on a Saturday. So have a great rest of your night.
Good night.
Have a good weekend.
Good night.
Good night.